Hi! So welcome to my channel. Basically, I'm going to get straight into this very quickly because I don't want to take 1,000 years to say it. I did this look today. It is sort of pink, red, purple, using largely the electric palette from Decay because I love this palette. I've had it literally since it was launched. And I don't use it nearly enough to use some of these big bright colours. And I mean that bright red, Slowburn in the palette, and Jilted, this sort of, God, what's the colour? I can't think of what the word is. Pinky purple. They're the reasons I bought the palette, so I thought I'm going to get some good use out of them today. And I'm going to do kind of a big old crazy disco eyes. I have done a full face. I'm probably going to speed the video up in places because it's super long. Who knows? But yeah, I did do a full face, so I will go over everything I used through the video. Really hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for coming here. If you have any questions, pop it down in the comments and I will try and get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So yeah, thank you for coming here. Thank you for watching my video. And I'll see you at the end. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Okey-doke, so I'm just getting started now. I've got my whole Too Faced going on. What I've started out by doing is putting a little bit of my my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream on. I'm going to start off with the Decay Primer Potion in Anti-Aging. Sorry, I can't physically unable to stop myself from singing along to basically any music. I'm taking my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk and I'm putting a little bit here. I had some trouble with this eye. Sort of trying to blend out those super pigmented colours at the top. So I'm just going to put this down as a little base on the high point of my brow bone first. So hopefully I can avoid some of those issues. So the first thing I'm going in with is from the Naked 3. Is Limit, which is, can you see that? Limit, the fourth one in here, which is a sort of pink, like a flesh colour I suppose. And I'm just going to sweep that right across my crease here. I'm going to go in with the Smoke Palette. The very lightest colour, which is called Kinky. What I'm doing is taking it sort of and overlapping the edge of where I've just put Limit. The reason I'm doing this is because I really want to try and make it easier on myself to blend out these colours later. From the electric palette, I realise I'm using quite a few palettes, I'm sorry, but I have deliberately chosen ones that are permanent palettes. I was toying with the idea of doing some with my Vice 2 or my original Vice. I don't have the Vice 3 yet. Oh, yeah, I'm deliberately using palettes that everyone has got access to right now. If they want to go out and get one, they can. So yeah, I'm going with Jilted, which it might be my favourite colour in the electric palette because it's just, it's really versatile as well. The great thing about Jilted is that if you mix it with like a lip balm, you can make yourself quite a nice lip colour, like custom lip gloss, which is really nice. Alright, so I'm just going in and I'm basically taking the outer third of my eyelid with that. I suppose I've sort of gone for the outer half of my eye there rather than the outer third. Obviously this line here is quite harsh, but that is not going to be a problem. We are going to tidy that as we go along, hopefully. Right, so next colour up, also from the Electric, is, where are we? There you go, that one in the middle. Slowburn, which is sort of really bright, kind of orangey red. I'm taking that on the inside of the eye and I'm going to be overlapping here to try and blend that out a little bit. With a little sort of smudgy brush. And this purple from the Electric palette, which is called Urban. Sorry. So, what I'm going to do here is just go straight out here and sort of carve out a bit of a V shape. So the trick really is to start off with a little bit of colour and then just gradually blend that out rather than doing what I initially did, putting down a bunch of colour and trying to control it, which was not deliberate, it was just this really dull moment. And I'm also going in very small circles here just to kind of, I really want to darken up this corner. You really want to get a sense of depth when you're looking at the overall finished eye. Right, and now taking the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush, which I really like for doing a little bit of blending work, I'm going to go back to that lightest colour in the Smug palette, Kinky, and I'm just going to softly start to blend out this edge. Because we don't want that purple to be super dark and harsh, we just want it to provide a little bit of depth, so that the Jilted colour doesn't look flat, you know? I'm also mixing a tiny bit of Freestyle, which is the second lightest colour in here. It's that sort of flesh tone next to Kinky. So I'm sort of making a bit of a mix of those two. To try and blur out the edge a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to go back to Slowburn, that red colour, and just dab. All we really want is to kind of intensify the colour. We don't necessarily want to blend anymore, although we do want to keep that middle section nice and a nice soft transition there. And then we're just going to do the same with Jilted again, just to make sure we haven't totally lost that colour. Next up is... what is next up? Bear with me. You hear that? Me just coshing myself on the teeth with my cup. Right, I'm taking my 24/7 pencil in Empire, which is a sort of deep purple. Right, so I'm just taking that over the maybe half, the outside half of my lash line, top lash line. Then I'm going to also bring it right down below. And also, I'm going to drag that up here a little bit. taking a smudger brush and that Urban again, the purple. And we're just going over and smudging out everywhere that I just put that Empire pencil. So I'm using the e.l.f. cream eyeliner in black. They don't seem to have any names on their parts, they're just black. And what is this one called? The Real Techniques super skinny brush. Oh man. Pixel point eyeliner brush. I gotta like cross my arms because I can't do anything left-handed. I'm gonna follow up that line we did here with Empire, but we're not gonna go over it, we're just gonna sort of let this black line sort of just sit on top of it. Above it, sit above it, not on top of it. By the way, if you have never used this eyeliner, the e.l.f. one, I highly recommend it because it's very, very inexpensive. I think it's like £4 or £5. And if you are interested as well, e.l.f. also make this little precision brush, which is tiny. It's almost identical to the it is almost identical to this Bobbi Brown eyeliner brush, and the price difference between them, it's ridiculous. God, can make you cry. It almost did make me cry after I realised how much I paid for a brush I already had. Right, I'm going to take the 24/7 Urban Decay, of course. Unless otherwise mentioned, it's likely that everything I use is Urban Decay. Right, so I'm going to take this brush this way up and just lightly rub the very, very tip of the brush under my lash line. Just in lots of little feathery strokes, literally backwards and forwards. And make sure I connect that line to the gel liner there. I'm also going to do very quickly is just clean up any fallout. I'm also going to wet this smudger brush a tiny bit and dip it into Urban, that purple, and just very, very lightly trace underneath that wing. Right, so I am using the number 100 volume Eyelure lashes. Sorry, I'm trying to use the lashes, but I can't actually seem to hold them. It's a bit awkward. So let's see how this goes. Okay, I think I've done it. The only thing I'm going to do is just quickly take that liquid eyeliner again and go over the strip of the lash, just so that it blends in with that gel liner a little bit more seamlessly. Oh god, I've just done a dot. Where's my brush? So I'm taking Strange from the Naked 3, which is the very lightest highlight shade, and I'm just pressing that in under my brow. I'm just letting that overlap the edges of that eyeshadow again, just to be on the safe side. I absolutely hate doing my eyebrows. It is my least favourite thing. If you are interested, I'm using the Instant Brow Pencil from Benefit in medium. I'm now taking this Empire pencil and just doing my waterlines. If I'm honest, I would prefer to be using the Perversion pencil to line my waterline, but after having used it for a good couple of years now, I've developed something of a sort of hay fever reaction to using the Perversion pencil. On my waterline, which makes me sad. I absolutely love that pencil, and sometimes I just use it anyway, but it makes me cry. My nose goes all red and like my nose starts running. We thought I had hay fever at my cousin's wedding. The first time it happened was in sort of March or April at my cousin's wedding, and we all thought I had hay fever. I bought hay fever tablets like a few months later because I was thinking, God, this is getting really bad now. I've never had hay fever before. And then I just realised it wasn't hay fever. My body hates me. Luckily my cup of tea loves me. Right. Okie dokie. Oh, Candy Crush. I have full lives. I was going to say I'm going to do the full face of makeup that I do when I do a full face of makeup, but that doesn't make any sense. Hiccup! So, full face of makeup requires Smashbox green primer to correct my red cheeks. They're actually not that bad today, but I'm going to do it anyway because I like to have me some primer. I'm next going to go in with my Naked Skin Beauty Balm from Decay. I'm going to be using the optical blurring brush, although this is designed for their foundation. I do have a couple of those actually. It is meant for use with their foundation, but I'm going to be using a different foundation today. The reason I'm using this actually, if I'm really honest, the foundation that I'm using I bought before I went on holiday, so it means it's a tiny touch too pale for my skin. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm hoping that by using this first I can bring back the sort of offset how pale the foundation is to make my colour look a little bit warmer. Right, so I'm just literally buffing this beauty balm in little circles. Right, do you know what? I absolutely love the smell of this beauty balm. It's so nice. It smells like peppermint or something. That's nice. Where's my foundation? Here it is. Okay, so I'm using it's the Bobbi Brown. I forget what it's called. Skin foundation stick. I think the other one is called the foundation stick. I think is the older formula. Don't quote me on that. It might be a lie. Right. So I really like the way this looks on my skin. I love the way it looked on my skin when the lady showed me in the shop, and then afterwards I just could not replicate it for ages. So what I've learned to do is just do, literally you can barely see these, lots of tiny dabs. Can you see that? What I was doing initially was just like meh, meh, meh. There's like lines across my face. So what I'm trying to do here is basically just create a sort of layer of tiny dots on my face. I'm going back in with the same optical blurring brush. And I'm just going to buff over these whole little areas in little circles. brush up the old nose there. Right. What I'm going to do now is just reuse the brush to get some product off the end of the foundation stick. And I'm just going to like dab and press it into that area under my eyes rather than dragging across and leaving a big streak mark. I'm going to use lots of little sort of feathery strokes. I'm making like that face. Okie doke, so translucent powder is an Urban Decay one. White Breaker Habit. It's this white one, except it's not white, it's translucent. The brush I am using is a Barry M1 C. It's incredibly cheap. Bought it from Superdrug because I thought it looked fluffy. I was right, it is fluffy. Although it's just occurred to me that I haven't done my blusher yet, but oh god. Right, so now I'm going to do blusher. I don't know which one I'm going to do. Hang on. Have you never seen this before? Which you probably have, who knows. This is the e.l.f. HD This is the e.l.f. HD blush. The colour I have it in here is Headliner. I have it in a darker colour somewhere, oh, brighter colour rather. The pump is a little bit stiff right now, but... So it's a cream consistency. So this is the e.l.f. small stipple brush. I bought it at the same time as I bought the blusher. So I'm just swirling the ends of that brush in there. And the reason I like this is because it gives a bit of a sort of a dewy glow. Can you see that on camera? I hope so. I really like this particular colour because you do not need much at all. And it's very subtle. I don't think it's too much. And I like that it's got a little bit of a sheen to it as well. I mean, it's not shimmery by any means, but it's quite dewy. Of course, remember to always smile when you're doing your blusher. There's a highlighter in the Naked Flush palette in the middle. It's just a sort of nice, slightly rosy champagne colour. Just going to take that and put it from the inner corner of my eye. I'm also going to take a little bit of that, mix it with Strange from the Naked 3 and sweep it across the brow bones there for a little bit of shine. So the very last thing I'm going to do is a lip, and I'm feeling like there's quite a lot going on with the eyes, so I'm going to go quite neutral with the lip. Right, so you could go like sort of brown nude. To be honest, I think because I've got a little bit of pink in the eye, I'm going to carry that on into the lip. I was considering going with this, my Revlon, I can't remember what they're called now. I got this, I think they changed the name after I bought it, they changed the branding on it. It's called the Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain, but it's called something else now. Oh, it smells like mint. This is really nice as well, it's kind of a mauve, it's really, really, really wearable, very like forgiving and very flexible. You can wear it with a lot of different colour kind of eyes. Actually, do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go for that. And it's a balm, so it's very, very moisturising as well. I absolutely love it. Hi, so this is the finished look. I really hope you like it. I don't know why I'm like right up in your grill there, sorry. So this is the finished look, and I honestly, I really, really like this. Could probably be a bit blendier just there, but aside from that, I'm really glad I got to use some of the brighter colours from that electric palette because it's such an amazing palette. There's so much sort of opportunity to use them, and what I've been often doing is doing just a basic smoky eye and then doing a little pop of colour on the inside or on the lower lash line, and I really wanted to get some good mileage out of a couple of those brighter colours. I know in the US there are warnings about the red based colours, so Slowburn, Savage, Jilted and Urban, which are all variations of red, pinks and purples, not being suitable for use on the eye area. I have used, I think, pretty much all of them on the eye area, but you have to judge for yourself. If you're not comfortable using them on your eyes, by all means use something else. But it's to do with the red dye. But yeah, so this is the finished look. I feel like I'm probably going to be breaking this out for some Christmas parties or New Year's Eve, or this. It's a great season to sort of play around with makeup. So if you would normally go for a natural kind of neutral look and maybe like a sort of neutral smoky eye and like a nude lip or something, I hugely encourage you to use the festive season to be adventurous. The festive season, Christmas, New Year, this is a time of year when there's parties going on everywhere. Everything's a little bit more colourful and you should definitely join in. I really hope you like the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you come back again. If you really like the video, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, tell all your family, put up posters, everything. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!